Welcome to Optimistic Talk Radio.
Hi everyone, we're back. This is Ivy.
What's up, y'all? It's boy Ricky Ticket Tavi. What's happening with you?
And I don't know where D Bell went that quick.
I think that's my bad. D Bell give him hell.
Okay. And Shay somewhere. We don't know what Shay got going on today. She working overtime with these children. Um, Okay, so first thing we're gonna talk about is because there's a lot that's been going on. But it seemed like we have always been talking about Diddy, and his sentencing finally came. And this has been the verdict. Diddy has been sentenced to basically 4 years in prison. All these people have written letters about him, written letters for him also. Do I think the 4 years is a lot? I don't know. I don't know. I think that because he was charged with 2 counts of transporting individuals for prostitution, um, which honestly that's along the lines of sex trafficking. Hey, I'm just saying. What do y'all think about that? How do y'all feel about Diddy and his sentencing?
You wanna go first, Rick?
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say no. I don't think it's fair enough because we still forget. Okay, we know about the Cassie beating, whatever like that. But what about the hit he put out on Tupac? What about all the other bad stuff he did? He was still drugging them females.
Well, we can't prove the Tupac. That hasn't been proven in court.
Well, Kiffy D said a
Allegedly,
lot of people.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
Keefy
Oh,
D
yeah,
ain't
listen,
credible at all.
goddamn,
Keefy,
goddamn. Okay, yeah.
Keefy D
Goddamn,
has
you
no
right, man.
credibility at all.
Okay.
He got a little bit, bro. He got a little bit now. Come on, bro.
But
He ain't
we
don't
have to say
even Gene
allegedly
Deal.
just because
Okay.
it's
I got
not
you.
proven.
Even Gene Deal said it allegedly.
Allegedly. The
Did I
thing
just
with
say
Another
that
that?
is,
non-credible person.
Oh, you serious, Rick? Go ahead. I'm
I'm
done.
very
I said
serious.
my
well, yeah, we know he's done some things that are questionable, but the abuse had nothing to do with this court. His things was considered the whole racketeering situation, drugs, sex, money across state lines, across the country, across the world, all those things. He was acquitted acquitted of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, but he was still convicted of 2 counts of transportation. I think that transporting to engage in prostitution. I think that um, they couldn't prove anything else, so I think his sentence was. I think it was kind of fair, if you ask me, because it. I think he had to pay like a $500,000 fine. He'll be alright. Shoot,
that's
he'll
some
be
change.
alright.
That's some change to him.
Yeah, I think that compared to what everybody has said on the stand, sounds like he has done some heinous things to people. And maybe this is his karmic debt that he has to pay. But I hope that these 4 years he learns a lesson because I think he requested to go to a drug rehabilitation facility.
Mhm.
I think that's a good idea too. And I know some people are like, why he's detox? Well, because he still needs to know coping skills. Like he still has to get out and he still has to be able to not fall into the temptation of wanting to do drugs. Everybody said he was a drug head. He was a functional drug head. So yeah, he might need to go to them courses.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Are y'all able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, loud and clear, bro.
Okay, okay. My main thing with the Puffy trial, I think he really get a real thing on this. Nowhere have we ever seen anybody get sentenced. Now,
I think you out on us now, Rick. I think
Yeah, it
Rick is
sounds like the microphone breaking. You're going in and out.
yeah, he in and out. I know what he was saying. The issue with his case was I think we've already kind of like talked about it. The issue with his case was a lot of it was like relationship based, personal, especially like Cassie and things like that. Cassie's testimony, which yes, I get it. Everyone believes that Cassie enjoyed it or she willingly. Cassie was still a very young, like 19 when
Yeah,
she met Peter.
exactly.
So she was a baby. He manipulated her.
Yeah, probably saw a lot of things if she would do these things. She was gonna be this big star. Who wouldn't fall for that at that young age? He said
Mm-hmm.
manipulated.
Baby, because he would have got my dumb ass at 19. I'd be a star, and all I gotta do is sell some cat
Okay,
shit.
you've been a star. Damn, I need a time machine then.
Then he would have
No,
had me. Had
I'm
me.
43. What's our age difference?
I
I'm
think it.
43.
You talking about for Diddy?
No, I'm talking about us. Our age difference. I was joking. I said, I wish I would have caught you at 19. I gotta be careful with them
No,
words. Allegedly.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't piss
I
me
ain't got
off
no Diddy
today.
money. You right, I ain't got no Diddy money.
But yeah. So
But
I
hey,
can.
can I ask you a question real quick? How much manipulation can it be though? Because I mean, at one point you gotta grow up, especially y'all women. Y'all mature way faster than we do. So, when did she have to take some responsibility? Like, hey, well, this ain't finna put me on. I ain't got no hit records or nothing.
Well, the lifestyle too, you got to think
Yeah.
about it. At 19 years old, I'm sure he was financing her family. Of course, her family is, if I'm not mistaken, they're from a little small country also, and they wasn't well off. I think that, at 19, you got this grown man, and honestly, if you have, you're a man, but if you ever dated somebody who fed your brain, who was very knowledgeable, who was very impressionable, who was able to teach you things, it does feel good. So,
Yeah,
you kind of,
Denzel. You mean your Denzels of the world, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, people you never thought you had me in life. Football stars, entertainers. You right.
no, not necessarily
I was just
just
saying, I was just saying my bad. It's like at 19, you mean people like that. That's something different.
right. But even if it was just a regular, smegular older man, maybe just a little bit of money, when they're teaching you things and you're learning from them, it does feel good because learning from a man is a different. It feels different for a woman than it would if a man is learning from a woman. I don't know.
Explain that
I'm
real quick, if you don't mind. Because I'm
huh?
kind of confused, really. I say explain that, like the difference between learning a woman learning from a man and a man learning from a woman.
So a knowledgeable man is attractive. A very knowledgeable man is very attractive. So if he's giving you, knowledge and resources and teaching you how to do things, yes, that's very attractive. And although he might toss in a little manipulation, maybe a little abuse, because you're still gaining, he's still taking care of you. He's still showing you how to act as a woman, how he wants you to act, all these things. Men are there are some men who are very manipulative. So I think it's possible that she just got caught up in it because now she's a part around this luxury lifestyle. He's teaching you how to take care of yourself, what is luxury, how buying expensive perfumes, beautiful clothes, taking you across the country, taking you out of the country. Yeah.
Hey,
It
hey, but
uh-huh.
you know what you left the word you kind of left out there? Grooming.
Well, that is a level of grooming. He groomed her, of
I don't
course.
think two females, just to be honest, I'm speaking on y'all behalf, that I don't think there's too many women that can groom males. When they talk about male athletes, I forgot that woman name that
I think they do. I think that younger boys can be manipulated and groomed also by
yeah,
older
but
women.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's more so of a male grooming females thing. I don't think that's why it's called grooming. Males are grooms. So I
Hmm.
don't think that like really a female can really groom a dude like for the most part.
Yeah. Yes. Yes,
I,
they
I
can.
know they
These
can. I know they can, but it's not. It's more popular for a female. I mean, for a male to do that to a older male to do it to a younger
Well, think
female.
about think about those young boys who end up having sex with their teachers. They're not manipulating the teachers. The teachers have total control of the situation.
Some of the one with the screen mask, or just in general with the
Just a
female teacher.
like the female, like female teachers, female, um, who have these students that they end up having sex with.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
and the screen mask.
manipulate the lifestyle. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, you hear about that? The woman that just got convicted with her young students, teenage students, but she had them wearing screen masks though.
No, I didn't see that.
Well,
We're gonna have to pin that. But I do, like I said, women can groom young men. Also, all these boys who say they first sexual encounter was about a babysitter. That's the same thing.
yeah, but you know what though? It is a double standard still. It, I hate to say it, but if we do it, we crown. If we sleep with a teacher, well, we didn't get. I ain't get to. Well, I can't tell you one thing. It was a substitute teacher that I messed around with. She stayed downstairs in apartments, but it didn't go down like that. But if a man does that with a young lady, a young student, yeah, he should be buried under the jail. He should be killed, probably. I didn't
Well,
say
and
killed, my bad.
that's
But
the same thing. Well, yeah, that's the same thing for women. Like I think it's the same thing. But
you got a son. You got a son.
no, I don't have no son.
Okay, well, my mom got mad when I was just talking trash one day, and she found out about it. My mama was like, okay, she said, yeah, that woman's sick. That woman's sick, and my mom probably did want to go do something too. But as a father, but, the gym coach did that to our did that P coach did that to our kid, to our daughter. We gonna kill that mother. Therefore,
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, y'all, can y'all hear me? Am I better
yeah,
now?
Yeah,
we got you. Welcome back,
yeah.
Rick. We got you, bro. We got you. We got
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. My main thing was going to say is the reason why I was kind of opposed to the sentencing is because even with the Mandact, we've never seen anybody sentenced to 4 years for prostitution. Nobody was forced or anything like that. Now there is a term that comes along with that, but we're having somebody be sentenced for crimes that they weren't convicted of. I think in the African American community, in the Black community, we need to. That's a big shocker because we get convicted of things all the time that we're not convicted of. And so I think in the Puff situation, yeah, Puff wasn't the best person. He wasn't the best man. Definitely somebody I wouldn't want my child to be around or my daughter to be messing with or anything like that.
you.
However, we just have to convict him on what's actually really going on. You know what I'm saying? And what did he really do? What is he being convicted over? Because we got to also realize this was a Fed case. And so the
Hmm.
feds brought anything and everything that they could to try to get him. And if the feds could not prove it, then that lets you know right there it really wasn't too much there. It's just a nigga being nasty, doped up, being nasty. Now, is he a bad man for what he did to Cassie and to other women of that nature? Yes, he's a horrible person. And you know, whatever happens with him when it comes to something like that because of his crimes, hey, because of what he did or how he's treated women, he's going to have to deal with that. However, when it comes to him actually being sentenced for 4 years for what he was actually convicted over, I don't think it's right. And I think with the judge saying what he said, I kind of really think this. The judge knows that Diddy's team is going to appeal it, and they have all the grounds to appeal it because the judge gave the terms that would give them a way out to appeal it. So I think the judge knows, hey, I'm going to give this sentence because I want this to be on record that I gave this sentence, but I know you're going to appeal, so I'm going to say these terms so it can make your appeal a whole lot easier.
Well,
You know what I'm
judges
saying?
typically do that anyway. They typically do that. They actually tell you how to appeal.
Yeah.
That's their job. So Diddy was charged with transportation under the Mann Act. So in other words, because there was an escort and the escort basically did say that he would fly from all over the country to have sex for prostitution. He was a escort. He
Mhm.
basically confessed to that. Everybody confessed that yeah, we do these quote unquote freak offs, and they do happen anywhere in the country. It's just a phone call away. He was charged with transporting an adult for prostitution and coercion and enticing. Basically, knowingly persuade or enticing someone to travel to engage in prostitution. Um, it sounds like it's, because people think that prostitution is a victimless crime, and sometimes it can be, but also there are people who are put in these situations like Cassie. Yes, Cassie was young, but I think she was doing these freak offs at a very young age. And so one person said, or one of the male escorts, he's been doing this for so long, ever since Cassie was what, 20? So yeah, I think that is I think it's fitting. I know. I feel like it's fitting. Um, these are federal charges, and these are federal charges that actually could be punished up to 10 years in federal prison for the first one, which is transporting an adult or prostitution. The other one holds up to 20 years, and that's basically enticing a person to engage in prostitution. So
Hey,
he
you
could
know
have been
what?
served to 30 years. He only got 4.
You know what? Y'all gonna call me probably a conspiracy theorist after this, but I think I don't know how much I can cuss, but dang, you mess with them white boys' money. That whatever happened with that Ciroc deal, I think that's when they target him. Don't mess with them white people' money. That's all I can tell you. That's why I said that's my conspiracy theory that he messed with them white boys' money, and that's when they went after him.
Yeah.
That got some truth to it as well. If you're gonna
Mhm.
do stuff like that, if you're going to be this revolutionary and try to stand up for what's right, you got to make sure your closet is clean, my boy.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
come to it like that because they tried that same bullshit with Jay Z too. Jay Z did the
Mhm.
True.
same thing
Yeah,
Puff doing
yeah.
as
I like
far as
that. Yeah, you're right.
suing them big companies for not doing us right, and they tried some bullshit with Jay Z too. But his closet was clean, so he was able to prove that this motherfucker was full of shit. You got to make
Remember
sure.
how old the Mann
I'm
Act
here laughing,
is?
but it's true though. I ain't
This
been laughing, but it's true
that
though.
act was established in 1910. That is a very old federal law.
And
They dig
it was
that
established under
up.
racism as well.
Yes,
The
they
Mann Act
dig that
was
up.
established to get black men for messing with white women. So the
That's
whole
what it
point of
was. Yeah.
the law was messed up anyway. You know, it's a law that should be, they need to audit that law and do some changes to it because it was rooted in racism.
It was
Huh.
for immoral.
I never thought about that.
Basically,
I never knew that.
it
I
is
never
like
knew
I'm
that.
looking at it now. It's basically, yeah, they dig this law up. That was a very old act, and
Yeah, the
it mainly
boxer,
was, yeah. The who?
yeah, the boxer back then. I cannot think of his name to say what is his name. I know you're looking at it.
Who? The boxer?
Yeah, it was the big boxer back then in the early 1900s that was beating all the white boys' asses, and he was fucking the white women too, and they didn't like it, and so they
Jack
came up with the
Johnson.
Jack Johnson. That's who it was. That's when they came up with the Mann Act because he was fucking all the white chicks and they didn't like it, and so they came
Bring
out with the
Muhammad
Mann
Ali.
Act. No, no, this way before Muhammad Ali. We talking about in the early 1900s.
Yeah, I heard you say earlier. That's why I'll go. Why I
Mm.
changed it up.
Yeah. Way before Muhammad Ali. Yeah, but yeah, this is around like 1920, 1915, 1920, something like that. But he was fucking all the white chicks, and they didn't like him fucking all the white chicks, and so that's when they
This
came
box
with the
was
Mann
that
Act.
call? This box was a real
Mhm.
call like
What's
that?
that?
You said knocking out.
What you said now?
It was,
You said he was knocking out people like that? The boxer?
well,
Yeah.
Jack
1920?
Jack,
Johnson.
yeah,
Yeah, Jack Johnson he was a
Jack Johnson.
famous boxer.
Damn, I thought I knew boxing. God dang it. I go back and look at this dude there.
You don't know who Jack Johnson is? The
Everybody
first
know.
heavyweight champion of the world.
Everybody know who that is.
Boy, I don't know because I didn't do my research. I
Yeah,
believe folk. I gotta do better
yeah. He,
then.
he
I
he was
do
the
better.
man before all of these people.
I do
Yeah,
think
most
that
definitely. But that's when the law came into play. At
I do think that I can see it being appealed. I can see it being appealed, but I also can see Diddy's attorneys, if they ever listening, they can peel it off the grounds of this is unconstitutional. Only because, like you said, it was formed in 1910, basically to prevent interracial relationships. So we're not in that particular time. So it can be appealed, and for all we know, they might turn around and make a Diddy law.
Yeah, I mean
So
the main thing what they're gonna the main thing what they're
Right.
gonna appeal it over is the verbiage that the judge used that he still wants to hold Diddy accountable for some of his actions, even though some of the actions were disproven in court.
right.
And so
You know,
that's going to be the main basis of the appeal because you're adding in other things. You also have to remember Bill Cosby. The only reason Bill Cosby came home was a technicality in the courts. It was he admitted what he was doing, but he came home because they were not supposed to use those things against him, and they used that against him to convict him. And so that's how he was able to win his appeal and come home.
my boy historian. Look at my boy. Know the facts, know the law.
Oh yeah. You're definitely going. I'm a black man. You got to know the law in America because they'll hang you every
You
time if you
do.
don't.
You need to understand the verbiage of it. So I
Mhm.
do think this law. I think the thing is that it's the verbiage in the law basically kind of so prostitution is what we call it a victimless crime. You know, criminal justice, a victimless crime, but it's because the government cannot tax your cat or your penis. That is the only reason why I think it's that way. They can't tax you.
That's what attacked a lot of females for my penis. I should have had to fuck for free.
Oh Lord.
Hey, real talk though, Ricky. Real quick, man. Real talk though, man. Y'all got valid points where what he actually went to trial for. Y'all got a
Yeah,
point. Yeah,
yeah. You can only
that's not
convict me
fair.
about what I
That's
did. What's
yeah,
proven that I
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was,
I give y'all that.
but
I give y'all that.
technically, it was proven that he was buying escorts across state lines. So it was
But them dudes
proven.
Yes,
enjoyed it
that's
though.
right. It
Them
was.
dudes enjoyed it though. Them
Well, even
prostitutes
if they
enjoyed it,
enjoyed it,
and
it's still
old girl
illegal.
enjoyed it. Oh, Kathy enjoyed it too. I know we say he groomed her and everything, but he still enjoyed it too though.
And most of the
Prostitution is still illegal. That's the thing.
eh,
It's still
eh,
illegal.
In
That's the
Vegas,
thing.
it's
Although
not.
everybody has agreed to, yeah, you can do what you want to do with your body. However, the government says that you cannot sell it. In other words, you got to give it away.
most people are
Uh
not
huh.
given anywhere near that amount of time for that
For
conviction. And
prostitution.
also, we also have to also realize as well, a lot of these prostitutes testified in court that, hey, I never even talked to Puff. It was sometimes when Puff wasn't even there,
Damn,
But it's crazy how
for
you
your
give
shit. What?
Cassie immunity. You give Cassie immunity on this type of stuff, but there's a reason why you had to give her immunity is because you know she committed crimes herself.
Well,
Hey, Rick.
yeah,
Hey, Rick.
she
Rewind
might
that
have
real quick.
committed
Hold on.
crimes. Uh huh.
I'm sorry. Oh, Rick, rewind that. You said, see, you dropping bombshells on me, bro. Did he want that sometimes? Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
damn.
Diddy wasn't even there sometimes.
Hey,
And they have messages of Diddy saying, hey, I don't want to do it. And Cassie telling him, no, we're doing this with you or without you. So either get with it or get on.
I think
There's
that.
messages
I
of
know that.
this.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
You make
anytime
me
they
look
have
at
to
this a
give some,
whole different way now.
anytime you have to give somebody immunity, then that means that person has broke the law themselves.
well,
And
Yeah, I see.
I still think Stockholm syndrome. Cassie still had Stockholm syndrome. Like she literally was 19 when they met. So yeah, I think that it was a part of that. But I also think that she had enough resources to get the help. There were people trying to help her. So I just think that it's hard, kind of once you in that that Stockholm syndrome mentality. It is kind of hard to get out. You know.
I mean, I can understand that, but if we're gonna give her excuses for her, then let's give her excuses for Puff about how he was raised
Right.
and the things that he had to witness growing up and seeing. So
Right.
if we're gonna stop handing out excuses, we gotta hand out excuses all across the
Well,
board.
yeah,
Yeah,
You
both
know
of
what
that
them
I'm
was
worked for
saying?
had
Frank
enough.
Lucas. Frank
It's
Lucas.
Yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think, he'll either get a pardon or he'll get
Now Donald
or
Trump ain't
he'll
gonna give him that.
you
He
never
got
know.
denied that
Donald Trump,
already today.
man, you never know. But even still, either that or they'll be able to win on appeal.
Right.
They'll be able to get, win on appeal or something like that, type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I
Trump
don't
might
feel
change his
sorry for
mind.
Puff. I don't feel sorry for
I
Puff
don't either.
because as rich as you are and everything, all the research that you have, all the things that you can do for people, you are still very reckless with your pain. Getting on drugs, being reckless as a black man, it's just not right. And you're going to be taught a lesson for that. So I don't feel sorry for Puff. But
Yeah.
the only thing I ask people to also realize is that we're black in America. If we can let one black person be convicted of stuff that he shouldn't be convicted of, or stuff that wasn't even
Worth
he
of
wasn't even
conviction.
prosecuted for, what could happen to us? It's just
Hey,
it's not fair all around the board. If you're gonna go by the law, go by the law.
hey, Rick, what about this too? All the other people done wrong. He didn't bring up making the band. All them people he did wrong.
Man,
Who?
And
nobody care about that. They signed up for that.
man, you probably don't care, but if you was die line, now the mother cats, man, you would have cared about your all the your copyrights, all that stuff, man. Your
I don't
master,
know. The
all that.
way the way my feet hurt, I couldn't walk to get no cheesecake.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
be
saw
begging.
your feet on Facebook. Not Facebook.
Okay,
I never saw. I
we done
just saw
talked
it.
about Diddy enough.
Yeah, let's go
Um,
ahead and move on to the next topic. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next, something kind of close to Diddy, is going to be, this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And now JT done jumped into it, one half of the city girls, all of that type of stuff.
he said
A
one half of
lot.
the city girl.
Yeah, what used to be the city girls. How y'all feel about everything that's going on with that? Ivy?
Um, I guess 'cause I'm the woman, I say it first. I think both of them show a very level of disgust. Granted, I do believe that Nikki started with the whole children, talking about the children. Cardi did take it to hell, but when you talk about people's children, I think all gloves are off. But I'm also still cautious of what I say about other people's children. So Nikki made a comment about pushing culture's gums back, and like she's gonna hit the child. If you don't know colloquialism for it to push somebody's gum back, I don't think that's funny. I think that's
No,
disgusting. Like she
I'm
talked
just saying the way you
about,
said it. The way you
oh
just said it.
yeah,
No, I don't think it's funny.
uh,
I'm just like the way you said it.
Yeah.
she said that, and I think that's disgusting. She talked about how the industry is Jay Z. I think Nikki went on a. People keep saying a coke rant. I don't think it's a coke rant. I think she has a mental illness because it's conclusive with a mental illness. The way she just rants and write full paragraphs on and on and on.
Thank
That's
you.
just
Yeah, I was
that's
asking that. Is it more so mental health
yeah.
issue with Nikki?
Or like
Yeah.
schizophrenia.
No, we can't do no diagnosis through the phone or through the
You're right.
internet.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
but from the looks of it homegirl got it, and it sounds like everybody kind of knows that she goes like this. Um, almost like our friend Kanye. And then Cardi went back, and some of the things that Cardi said was not that nice either. Cardi talked about her son, Nicki Minaj's son, Papa Bear, and made the statement that's why he's nonverbal, hitting spoons, um, clashing
That's crazy.
spoons, and yeah, and he can't talk, and he don't know it. Like, yeah, I think that all of that was disgusting. I do think that
It
children are
was.
off limits. Uh, and this is grown women beef. Why are y'all bringing up children?
Imagine
Exactly.
there was men. This would have escalated. There's been some Tupac Biggie stuff.
Yeah,
Hey
that's what I
Rick, let
said
me ask you
before. If
something.
these were men, they would have been shot each other.
Yeah. Hey, and Nikki, they Rick, I forgot what I was saying. I think it was Willie D, man. I was watching one of the podcasts, and he said, "Man, but it's Nikki that going to everybody. Think about it, from Lil Kim to Remy to Cardi B. Who's the other one? I'm missing bro.
Lil
But
Kim,
but
Cardi B, Remy. She got into it with man, almost all the women she gets into it with. She going at Jay Z and them.
there's Brian.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Talking about her
yeah,
gonna get her husband coming to beat his ass.
yeah, yeah. You throwing your husband in the mix too. Yeah, and I can't stand when
Yeah.
women talk all that shit, but then you want to throw your husband in the mix. This ain't your husband fight. You the one jumped up there.
Woo! Cause baby, don't look. One thing I've learned is if you have any type of situation going on and you love your significant other, your brothers, your uncles, your daddy, don't bring them into your mess because
That's right.
uh-uh, don't do that.
Yeah. Hey, we see some people. They call their brothers over there. I know one situation. This chick, she was into a little domestic dispute with her boyfriend, her husband, whatever. Call them brothers over there. Them brothers didn't walk out alive.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
don't do
Yeah,
that. Do not do that.
There was a football player that happened too. This girl lied and said that the dude was beating up on them and all kind of stuff like that. So her brothers and her brother friend came. One of them ended up dying. The other one ended up getting shot up really bad and stuff like that. And it all was. And he was on trial. Of course, he beat it because they were able to show the ring camera and showing that she was actually hitting him upside the head with a Hennessy bottle. He never touched her. She was the one being abusive towards him, but he had moved on and she couldn't accept it. I can't think of the young guy's name, but he was an ex NFL player. He played for a couple of seasons.
I think I
But
know you're talking
you
about
know,
too. It's similar to the situation I'm talking about. I think I know
yeah,
you're talking
he had gotten a lot of trouble and stuff like that. And the main thing was, her lying on them people. I've also seen situations and Dustin, I think you know what I'm talking about, where men have gotten into it and tried to get their brother to come fix the situation, and their brother
about.
end up getting killed.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Hey
saying? Like,
Rick,
so
hey
it's
Rick,
just,
hey
hey,
Rick, hey, you know
hey,
what's funny? I that day I called you, bro. I was gonna ask you to squash it with you know who.
We
You
ain't
didn't
gonna
answer
say
that
no
day. You
names.
already know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
And
yeah,
That was
and
my
like
main
so
so
reason
for
talking to you, bro.
so for instance, I remember like I was real cool with this guy. We were friends. We kind of dated here and there. And I could tell this messed him up because he said that he was into it with the girl he was talking to. They just had like a little argument. He wanted her out the house, out of his house. They didn't live together. She was in his house tearing his shit up. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But um he wanted her out the house, and so he basically was like, you need to leave. There wasn't any physical altercation. He was just like trying to push her out the house, like, you need to go, you need to go. And she left, of course, but she called her brother. She comes back with her brothers, or whatever. And he said her brothers stepped up, and he ended up shooting one brother, and he's paralyzed. He said of course it was self-defense, but he said
mhm.
it still eats him
That's what
up.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
He said it messes him up because he said that I have sisters, and honestly, up until that day, he said I would have did the same thing. I come and avenge my sister some, but now that he sees a different side, he said it messes him up
Yeah.
because for one, it could have been him, who's been shot. But yeah, I think it's more to it than I would never put my brother in a situation.
And that's
We done
dumb
got off
because guess what?
topic.
You know why? Hey, you know why? You know why that's dumb? Because this ain't me and Rick. Me and Rick, we your cousins, whatever like that. You can switch your man, right? We go
Mhm.
over there to defend you, whatever like that. Guess what? Probably next day y'all gonna be back together. Y'all gonna patch things up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we didn't put
That's
our
why
life at risk.
I
We didn't
stay
put
out
our
of dick
life
and
at risk.
pussy. I stay out of dick and pussy shit. That's dick and pussy shit. I'll stay out of it. Now, if you come to me and I can see that man that really put his hands on you, and I can see you
Yeah,
got bruises and scars, you
yeah,
really, and I know
exactly.
you're not that type of woman to where you was over there fighting on him and he probably just was trying to defend himself. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
it's a whole different ball game. I got sisters, and so that's a whole different ball game. But dick and pussy shit, I stay out there shit because I can go over there and beat that nigga ass. You're gonna be right at the hospital, right there, wiping his wounds and stuff like that,
Or,
living on him. So,
hey, or you
no, we're
whoop his
not getting
ass
involved with that.
and he kill you in self defense.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
I think that guy said that her family basically like I would like outcasted her almost. She hasn't been right since then. He paralyzed. He
Yeah.
fucked up because yeah, it messes up the whole basically messes up your whole damn near family
Mm.
trajectory. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't do it. And plus my daddy
Um.
and my brother know if somebody put their hands on me, I got it. I ain't gotta worry about it. Trust me, it's gonna be the
Hey, you
last
talking from a broken
time.
home.
Little Power Ranger. Little Power Ranger.
Hey, you the big black girl. You the big black. What was it?
Shoot, I'ma handle it.
Hey,
I feel
hey,
you, man.
hey, you seem like you throw a hot grist on a nigga back when he sleep.
Nah,
Okay.
I need you to be up and awake when you see these haymakers coming at you. But it ain't gonna be no haymakers. It might
Hey,
be two
Rick,
by
hey,
four.
Rick, don't ever take it
What's
out
up?
on a date. And neither will I.
Oh
Whatever.
no. You crazy.
But for the whole car situation, I also leave children out of it. Like I do believe that children are innocent, and God has a way of um making you cry when you laughing at people. So I don't laugh when people talk about other people's kids either. Because you know what? I only got one, and God to say, let me show you something. You feel what I'm saying?
You know I ain't
Uh-uh.
laughing. You know I ain't laughing at that. I ain't got no,
Uh-uh.
no, no. I'm
Uh-uh.
staying away from that. I'm staying away from that. And
Let me
one
ask
thing that
you
was said, before, your husband's not gonna do anything because you're the breadwinner, and he really got nothing to go off of. He really got no money, anything like that, and so he just letting you just wild out and stuff like that. But you really need to go get help. And it really, to me, from these rants and stuff like that,
Mhm.
it sounds like Nikki has talked about her battle with drugs in the past. A lot of people overlook that. She's admitted to her drug use in the past with
never
Percocets and
heard that.
whatnot. You know what
Never
I'm
heard
saying?
that.
And so yeah, she's admitted to it. You know what I'm saying? That but she made it seem like it was something that was in her past, something that she got over. It wasn't a big issue, something like that. But she might just be stressed out from the music industry. Her being a woman in this industry, things are harder for women in that industry. So we're not going to
But
Mhm.
mistake
what?
that. They
She
are.
at top of the world, man. She
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
considered to be. Some people say
so
she
you
that's
the best
what
female rapper ever.
well no,
that's what it
Nikki
What
looks
Nikki
like
had
to
what
a
are you
us.
mad
she
about?
had a Percocet. She had a Percocet addiction.
Yeah,
So, but I think it's because it was kind of being around Wayne. You know, we all know he got a lean addiction,
Yeah,
but
I
just
was gonna
kind
say
of
that too,
like
my
being
nigga. Who?
around. Well, it's true. Being around certain people, yeah, she acquires this addiction. You know, and I think that she is still struggling with it. But you got to understand, sometimes, drugs can induce a psychosis also. So
that's
I
right.
definitely think
That's what I'm thinking.
it's some mental health issues in there also. Just how she goes, because
Yeah.
people I see on the perk, they be perked out. They ain't doing all that. They kind of, but
Yeah, it's
she
the
was still
Xanaxes that make
coherent.
people wild out like that. Some other people were saying it's the Xanaxes because Xanaxes will make you wild out just like that. A lot of people that I know who have been addicted to Xanax, they have bipolar personalities while they're on their Xanax. One thing can set them off, and once they're set off, it's no coming back from it. Percocets not
Mm.
so much, but I know that them Xannies, them bars, be having them boys tripping, man. They have them boys tripping.
First, that kind of help you calm down a little bit when you
That's what I've
on other
heard.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
So I
God
don't
bless
see.
both of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. We not. And what like I was gonna say with D Bell may look like these people are on top of the world, but a lot of the times they don't feel like they're on top of the world, and they're really not on top of the world. It just looks like that to the masses. You know what I'm saying? These people be
Hmm.
going through some real stuff behind the scenes that we don't know anything about, but we look at it as, hey, they rich, they famous, they said they're said to be the best at their craft, yada yada yada. That means nothing when it comes to drug use or mental problems. All that means nothing,
Hmm.
nothing at all. These are regular folks. They're regular human beings, bro.
Who
You know
just
what I'm
happened
saying?
to become famous? 'Cause I think, matter of
Exactly.
fact, I think her father was I'm trying to be political correct, a crackhead. So
Yes.
yeah, we all know how that go. We already know. We know a lot of crack babies, and we know their struggles in general,
Yeah.
just trying to overcome. Like trust me, we '80s babies, so we know a handful of them.
Most
Shit.
definitely.
So
Most definitely.
I think that her already having this pre-exposed drug use, and it's genetic. People understand it's genetic. It's your genes at this point.
Never said,
Trauma.
I get that. I'm an alcoholic, and to be honest, shit. And,
Well, we're gonna make sure you get some help.
well, I'm all good.
Mhm.
No, I'm good. And,
No, you're
and I'm
not.
just
We
for
about to sign you up.
hey.
You saying you
And number
alcoholic?
one
We
though,
signing
hey,
you up.
though too though, it's when we talk about we say that we talking about it just because you got you think you're a celebrity and all problems go away. No, more money, more problems. Like we just talking about Diddy. And we
Yeah.
had that with Nicki. It's funny that kind of tied in together.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely, man. I mean, we can go ahead and move on from this topic, but hey, thoughts and prayers, T's and P's, thoughts and prayers to both of them. I hope they get past all this. You
T's
know,
and C's.
T's and
Yeah, some
P's,
friends, like, yeah. I never heard
T's and
that. I
P's.
like that. Hey, you got on to it
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Hey, God bless them. I hope everything works out for the both of them. Kind of wanted to move on to something that's a little bit more darker. Unfortunately, promising NFL, almost NFL star, but LSU star,
Mm.
Kyron Lacey, unfortunately, last year took his life because he was accused of being the reason of behind an accident where a 70-something-year-old man ended up dying in that accident. He was being accused of vehicular homicide. And so I guess it became too overwhelming to the young man. He ended up taking his life, didn't want to go through the whole court process or anything like that. But now it's coming out that he was about 75 yards away from where the actual accident
Mhm.
took place. So there's no way that it was his fault at all. He was being accused for something, and now it's coming out that the Louisiana police officers were the ones who were really setting that up and trying to say he was the reason for it. And also another young lady who was a bystander, she was being coached to say he was the reason for it. When really, with the videos and everything coming out now, he had nothing to do with it. But yet and still, this young man took his life because the stress just became overwhelming to him. So just want to kind of get you guys thoughts and insight on that particular topic.
Um, as someone who, of course, had to do, law enforcement, like in the military, the officer absolutely was wrong. Like you're taking statements, you're not putting words in people's mouths. So for one, the officer absolutely is at fault for basically, it's a manipulation tactic. I'm just gonna be honest with you. That was a manipulation tactic. If someone says, "Well, somebody with a yellow car came, they did this, and he saw the green car not too far. You sure it wasn't green? So he probably planted these seeds in her head." I'm telling you, that's what they do. I
That's
think
right.
that, yeah, I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
think that this is very unfortunate. I hate that it had to take for him to pass away for people to actually acknowledge the mental health of these young players, who are prospects at that, who and why I felt like the who was it? Who was trying to was he in a he didn't even go to the draft, did he?
Not yet. He would have been going through the draft this year. He was very promising because he was a very, very good player.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
That was.
So
Yeah.
he would have definitely made it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, he didn't do the draft. I think that like I just hate it. I feel like everyone involved needs to be held accountable. Um, can we really say that the woman who made the statement what her liability is in it? Probably not. They're not going to say it's a lie only because the officer made her. They're gonna put it all on the officer, and I think he do need to be held responsible
Yeah,
for this.
yeah,
Police department do.
Yeah, the
Eh,
whole
yeah.
department.
And one thing I have learned a long time ago, and I've had to accept this as I've gotten older, some people are not held responsible immediately. But there's a certain thing called karma, where you believe in the Most High God
Uh huh.
or you believe in the universe. What goes
Yeah.
around comes around. So she'll get hers eventually, even if we can't
Right.
see it. She's going to have to answer for that.
And
And same for that officer because they're not going to convict that officer either.
And off script a little bit. The dude that was in Mississippi that's taking autopsy. This is what police officers do. These are what these crooked ass police officers do, especially with black. Excuse me, especially with black people. The dude that was they said hung himself in Mississippi. Colin Kaepernick got a second autopsy, paid for it. Man, they
Yeah,
had bruises. That dude had bruises in the back of his head, back, and everything.
yeah, broken limbs.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
already know I'm going with it there.
yeah, yeah,
That's what they
yeah.
do,
So
though, man.
yeah,
With them
yeah. There's
crooked
a
ass
lot more to that.
officers,
I
there's a lot more. All
Definitely.
right, we should
it
have brought that
is
up as a
hard.
subject, bro.
It
We should have
it
brought that
is
up as a subject.
hard. And just honestly being around, being in the military as a military police, and been around those who don't look like me, who are police officers, and hearing, you know, how some of the things that they say, and I correct them. I'm not one of those who sit idle. They to the point they don't even say shit around me because they know my mouth is reckless. But it's like some of them do thrive off of just making people have a bad day. Oh, I pulled this person over and I gave them a ticket, or because some people really are miserable. They really are miserable, and you just, it's true. They just be miserable. I can't say what I want to say,
Hey, hey,
but just know they be miserable.
these people are miserable. They go around. I was telling one of my homeboys there. I said, "Man, you just want to be miserable. You find a reason to argue like a bitch." I said, "Man, hey, you just talk about like how people don't believe in Jesus or whatever like that. Okay, then you do this about almost every day, man. You just miserable. Hey, your son left. Your sons left you alone. Your wife left you alone. Your dog's better like you, nigga. I get niggas too. They start talking shit to me. But for real, people won't be you just what they say. Misery loves company.
That's
Loves
right.
company.
That's true.
Rick,
That's true. Some people are just
Rick,
miserable.
you had your situation probably a lot of ups and downs in life, but Rick, ain't a day that you not cheerful, bro.
Yeah, for
It's not a
real.
day
Yeah.
that you not out there like you talking about karma a minute ago, that you pushing out positivity into the world. Ever since I know you was
Exactly.
a teenager. You always been pushing positivity, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've always been on, man. Because the negative stuff always come back to you. Anything that you don't push positive, you're gonna get that negative. You know, you reap what you sow. I'm not trying to bring church into this, but the pastor was talking about that
No, you
last sermon. Whatever
preach.
you reap, you're going to
You
sow.
will
If you
so.
push out
Amen.
negatively, negative stuff is going to happen to you every single time. If it's not the world, it's not God, it's you. It's you.
Hmm.
So, hey,
Damn,
let my boy
Belle.
go. There my boy go. But yeah, so I mean, most definitely, man, you definitely have to push out. We all go through stuff. Every single human being. I don't matter how much money you got, how much clout you got, how much fame you got. It doesn't matter from the most richest man in the world to a person living on the street. You all have a chance. Everybody has a chance to be positive. Everybody has a chance to shine light on good stuff. And it's up to you if you're going to do that or not. It's totally up to you. So you just try your best to smile through the pain, man, because we all got pain we going through. We all
So
got
do
our hurt that
y'all?
we go through.
And
So
Rick,
do
I
y'all
thought you was,
think
oh my bad,
Elliot?
go ahead, please.
Do you guys think that he they made a premature decision by not allowing him to participate in the draft? Although he was arrested, he wasn't charged. He was just he was
I
charged.
do.
He wasn't convicted.
So
Okay.
what the
I
fuck are
do.
they gonna sue him for everything they got? I know they're gonna bring him back. I know that. I know that, Marvin.
No.
And I think some of that also was a business move by the NFL because if you don't allow him to participate in the draft, he becomes a free agent and you're able to get him at a lot cheaper price. If these guaranteed numbers that you would get when you're drafted, they don't have to guarantee that to him anymore. I mean, so I just think that it's business as usual for the NFL, but I think he should have never been put in that situation from jump.
Hey,
Mhm.
and Rick, but y'all say he did commit suicide due to
Yes.
that. I guess I'm just really learning about the story today. But they said, man, that dude was really getting death threats.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
He said like his family said he was. I think he was in Houston or something. I think he moved to Texas at one point.
hmm
Um, but yeah, you know how people get. They people hear a story and they run with it. I think that um people want to use proven innocent, innocent till guilty whenever it fits their narrative. Let's just put it
that's
like
right.
that. Because he was completely innocent, and I wish he would have stayed to let it play out. But I would know if somebody wrongfully convicted me or something, and now my livelihood has changed, and I have to prove my innocence, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. That's hard to deal with. I don't know.
Yeah,
I pray I never have to
that's
deal with
tough.
that.
Me too. Me too. Me too. And hey, rest in peace to that young man. Again, T's and P's to his family. Thoughts and prayers. Sorry that had to happen to that young man, but I think that should be an eye opener to everybody. And let's not convict people so quick until the whole story comes out. Especially with these young black men who we know are going to get railroaded almost every single time. We have to give give the courts and give an opportunity for all the facts to come out before we start persecuting these young men because
hey, Rick,
it's a shame that he had to go through what he went through.
hey, Rick, can I ask you something real quick?
What's that?
They say that okay, so this happened almost a year ago or something, or I don't
Yeah.
know how
No,
long.
this year.
Okay, so okay, so that footage been out then. Those cameras been out.
They didn't
Well,
release
I
the
So why they
footage.
let it go on for so long then?
no, it was. I think the that police officer was withholding the body cam, or the police
Oh, yeah,
department
yeah,
was
the body
withholding
cam.
it.
Okay, oh, that's what I
Yeah.
meant. Yeah, you're right.
And,
That's what I
and
meant. The
also
body.
the footage that was taken from a store where it showed the actual accident and how far back the green car was and how the green car which
But,
when he was driving pulled up
uh,
well after the fact of the accident.
but I oh, how do he? Hold on. He hasn't turned over that video footage, that body cam. You say he held it back. How can he hold it back when he's
But
when
not the
he
police
was
officer. The department. The department
yeah,
was
okay,
holding it
that's what
back.
I'm saying.
The
Okay,
department. Yeah, the department
Yeah.
okay.
held it back.
First you said that he didn't want
Cause
Louisiana
you,
State
to turn
Police.
over.
yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's the
got,
Oh,
you still
LSP.
have to like, although it's
oh,
their
gotcha.
footage, the courts still have to. They still gotta, you still gotta, of course, subpoena it. And we don't. They got so much time to subpoena It's a lot that goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They write the story. They write the story before it even come out.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Now, moving on from this topic, God bless that young man. God bless his soul. And God bless his family. And God bless the family of the victim who actually died in the accident as well.
Amen.
But
Hmm.
also moving on from that topic, man. Last but not least, we got a good one right here. How do y'all feel about cutting family off? Now, me in particular, any family, it doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter if it's friends, it doesn't matter if it's a stranger. Anybody who's not good for me, they getting cut off.
And
Period.
ain't
I
nothing
don't
that
care
cut
how
that bitch
related we are.
off.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing that cut
Hey,
that bitch
hey,
off.
hey,
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 hey.
hey, let me say this real quick. Rick ain't gonna like it. He gonna like the words, but he ain't gonna like who it come from, who it came from. Rick, you ready?
I'm ready now.
Well, your boy K Dot said, "I cut my granny out because I know you don't like K Dot."
No, I
Kendrick
love
Lamar.
Kendrick
He said,
Lamar.
I cut my granny out. Oh, I thought you liked because he killed Drake. We said, I cut my granny out, but you don't see it like I see it.
And
That
I'm
nigga
with
cut
Yeah,
his
him.
granny out.
I'm with him.
that's a
I'm
saying that
with
I
him.
go by. I posted that saying before. That's something that I go by.
Damn.
Yeah, that's something I posted that before. Nigga, I've been to Kendrick Lamar concert, but I ain't never been to no Drake
I
concert. I love
love
Kendrick
me
Lamar.
some. I love Kendrick.
Yeah. Now Drake is a better artist in my opinion. Yeah, but I still love Kendrick.
Entertainer.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
already made sense about that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He gives him in a rap battle, but you didn't like it because you light skins.
I just think like I mean, since we on the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake, Kendrick, for starters, he challenges your mind. He gets the wheels spinning. Like he's a actual lyricist. If
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
being
hip
there,
hop art too, right? Yeah.
so
But Drake got way more hits though. I mean, way
Drake
more
make me
hits.
want to shake my ass and have a vibe.
But
But
that's
Who
I
don't
because
make
a
you
lot
want
a lot of
who
people
don't
don't
make you
listen
want to take
to
your ass?
Drake's album rap songs. Drake, I'm sorry, I know y'all gonna eat me up for this. Drake's lyrics are way better than Kendrick's. Maybe not more thought provoking. Kendrick
Yeah,
has the more
who got
thought
more hits?
provoking,
Come on, I know you
but
are.
as far as spitting, we're talking about a mixed Canadian dude. He should never been in the battle with Kendrick. And a lot of people will say lyrically Drake won the battle, but Kendrick had the best song at the end. And I can agree
It's
with that.
like Jay Z
Lyrically,
and
Drake
Nas.
did win the battle, but
It's like Jay Z
Kendrick
and Nas.
lyrically,
Nas,
no,
lyrically, yeah,
Nas,
you got to.
hey, Nas got the
lyrically,
best. Nas has the
no,
Ivy,
best, but Jay Z
Ivy,
got more hits.
I'm gonna have to send you a few songs, Ivy.
no,
I'm gonna have to send you a few songs. I
no.
Please do,
promise you.
man. She don't.
It's
Hey,
different.
Lyrics.
hey, nigga,
You
hey,
not
look,
listen to
we
Drake
talk about hoes.
albums. You listen to radio versions of Drake. You not listen to the albums where Drake is actually rapping.
Yeah, I
No,
was listening to
no,
Juice a
no.
minute ago.
You
I was
you
listening
have
to
to
Juice.
send me
Hey,
you have to send me a little something because what I hear on that radio and well he don't even come up on my much on my dang music shuffle. But Kendrick just the way like he got a song
nah,
called
ain't no comparison.
Resurrection.
Ain't no
Oh,
comparison. Ain't
that
no
shit
comparison
rap
but
bar
here.
for bar. Anyway, we want to be talking about
Hey,
cutting family off,
hey,
okay?
Drake mixtapes alone.
Hold,
He said, hey,
hold on.
I
One
dropped a
mic, one
mixtape.
mic.
Who talking control out to be an outcome? Hey, all the every girl in the world and stuff. That was a mixtape. Drake was making radio off mixtapes. What we talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
here?
Drake definitely makes the better song, but I'm saying lyrically, Drake is not underwhelming. Why do you think Kendrick Lamar was coming at Drake? Exactly. That was the whole point.
Oh, I know
Kendrick
you talking
Lamar
me
knew
on
what
her.
Drake
I know you
what,
talking me
what
on
Drake
her.
pen was. Kendrick Lamar knew what Drake's pen was. He knows Drake's pen.
I don't think Drake is horrible of a rapper. He's a good entertainer, but I think
Yeah,
Kendrick, when it
he has
comes
a number
down
one
to
hits.
it,
He
bar for
most hits
bar,
is
it just
Hold
Michael
on.
Jackson.
Wait, one mic, dog. One mic, Dustin. One mic. Let Ivy go ahead and
bar for
talk.
bar, Kendrick, he like if we going bar for bar, Kendrick wins.
Nah,
Drake is good, but Kendrick bar for bar is just it just
Yeah.
hit.
nah. I love that. I love that. Trust me, I love that. I've been on Dot since he came out. I've been on Dot the first time I
Send
saw
his
it.
mixtape. Listen. I've been on them too.
The first time everybody heard of that was really after Drake was started pushing him up, bigging him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be real. Dot was selling 5,000 copies of our album before Drake put him in that spotlight. You know what I'm saying? But if you
I was
Drake,
before swimming pools, okay? Like
well before Drake, I'm telling you, Drake been doing it hard for 15 years. A lot of people have never gone and listened to like Drake albums where he's rapping. Nah, nah. He
That's
giving
how I
us
was listening
15
to Juice
years
I
though.
don't
earlier.
know, cause Kendrick say he got ghostwriters, so we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know if it really his pen.
What's that?
Well, okay.
Who don't have writers?
Who
Who
don't have
don't have
writers?
writers? Comedians got
Kendrick was
writers. It's all about delivery.
Kendrick was also accused of getting writers from Absol as well, getting stuff written for him from Absol. Kendrick also has a lot of other people who are credited for writing on songs on his own albums. When you look through the credits.
Yeah, well, you know how they go. If you say one word, they're gonna give you credit for it.
Well,
Hey,
we can't say one thing about Drake and not say the same thing about Kendrick though.
yeah.
We
Hey,
can't give no excuses to one and not give the same excuse to the other.
exactly. Hey, and guess what? Uh, Drake has more number one hits since Michael Jackson. Put that way on Billboard. Put that way.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
that say,
I like
then?
Drake. I like. Listen, I love me some Drake. Don't get me wrong. I love me some Drake. I
Man,
just say if
Kendrick ain't him.
if yeah, in the car, if I really want to just get in my brain and my mind, I'm gonna listen to Kendrick. Like he gonna say some shit, and I'll be like, God damn him, especially him and Wayne. Like, if you ever just paid attention, like we just got all the way off top. We're supposed to be cutting our family, like Kendrick Lamar did.
Yeah, I got well, back to that subject. I got a family member that's in my
Cause
immediate
I had
family that
listen, cause
I
I
don't
gotta
talk to
tell
at
y'all
all.
something. I gotta tell y'all. It's okay. So, well, most people who personally know me know I'm not beefed out with like one of my siblings. I'm not like beefed out. I've came to terms with it. It's a lot of family drama. Raise one of their children. You know how that go when you
Yeah.
So
take in
first
somebody
cousin.
else's
Oh,
kid.
so you got a first cousin.
And
You got your deep in beef with. You got a first cousin. You didn't say sibling, but hey, a first cousin.
huh? No,
But
I got
just
a sibling. So it's like and it's crazy because like for some people always say they use the excuse, well, that's the only family you got, that's the only that's your sister, that's your whatever. And it's like, yeah, so if this is the case, why would you do me in a way that is so hurtful that you would jeopardize and compromise the relationship if they don't have enough thought process to say this is my sibling? Why should I have that same grace?
Yeah, I think.
yeah.
Hey, can you tell the whole story though?
You want the whole story? It's
I do. I don't know if Rick got time. I got time though.
Hey, I
we
ain't got
ain't got
nothing
no
but
time.
time, baby.
Yeah. Well,
If
okay,
it's okay with
essentially,
you, as much as you want to
If
tell, I
it's
know
okay
it's
with
something
you,
personal.
well, because
As
don't say
much
the
as you
name
want
though.
to tell.
I mean, I don't have that many siblings, but me and my sister are close in age, but she ended up losing custody of one of her children. I ended up getting a child,
Ooh,
and it's just it wasn't like the best situation, and my niece wanted to do what she wanted to do, and it's just a lot of back and forth confusion, and we ended up getting into a physical altercation because of it,
oh,
and it ain't been the same since, even though I still, if she called me, I'ma still answer, but like I'm not the one who's gonna reach out, if that makes sense. Like I'm not
Hey,
going
what
to,
enough details about the story?
huh?
What enough details about the story?
What that is, because the person involved is my niece, and I'm not telling her business. So I think that essentially, like, it's just for me personally, I think that when you love a family, like my friends, I have a friend who I said some very mean things to, and I lost a friend. We're cool now, but for some years we didn't talk, and that really was hurtful. And so now I'm really conscious of how I say things and things like that. And it's the same thing with my family. I'm not going to say or do anything to jeopardize the relationship because I value it. If I value you as a family member, I don't care what the situation is going on. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to not say things that is hurtful. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you do, that means you really didn't value them or respect them from the beginning.
yes.
Hey, Rick, let me ask you something real quick, Rick. What would be the most egregious thing for a family member real close to you for just to say, hey, man, hey, I'm cutting you out, period. There ain't no going back. What would be like the most egregious thing to you?
For a family member,
Yeah, or friend, or say close friend, whoever.
it could be a few different things. Mine, I have a family member that I cut off that I don't speak to. My immediate family, my sibling, that I don't speak to, and a lot of the times it's because of you lying on my name, or you trying to make something seem like it wasn't. Also, just because of just years and years of this person not taking accountability for their actions, and it's affecting other people. It could be something like that, but I'm a little bit more lenient with family. However, um, yeah, no, No, I don't want to say I'm quick to cut somebody off. I'll give people all the grace that they need because we all different. We all
No,
love
you were
different.
laid back. I know
We
you.
all go through different
You
things.
were laid
But
back, dude.
yeah, but when it comes to you causing division and stuff like that in the family because you're not in your happy place,
Mm,
I gotta cut you off because you're doing nothing but going
mm.
to bring me negativity. I don't want that negativity in my life because it's
Yeah,
gonna cause me to start being negative and start saying dumb shit to
mm.
you. And now I gotta deal with that karma because you done brought me out my body like that. I don't like that.
Hey Rick, I say
Hmm.
just knowing you all these years, bro. The only thing I can really see, bro, and you already know I'm going this bag on put all the business out there. I think that, somebody threatened you. I don't care who it is. Somebody threatened you,
Yeah,
threatened
yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah, yeah. If you
and
threaten me, you gotta
you
do
actually
it.
want to go see him. Hey,
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see. You threaten me, you gotta do it. You
you
gotta
already
do
know
it
what I'm
right
talking
now.
about.
Eat
You know
me.
what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Because I'm coming to
You
you.
gotta see me,
You
nigga.
ain't gotta
You gotta
come
see
down.
me.
I'll come to
You
you.
gotta go see. Hey,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta go see
yeah.
Rick. I'm good
Wait,
for you.
wait. So you get that type of action, Rick? When somebody say, "I'm
Oh,
gonna beat your ass," oh, let's
we
schedule it
finna
right
fight.
now.
Let's
Yeah,
be
right
finna
now,
fight.
right now.
Yeah,
I'm,
let's
I'm
be
a witness
right
to this.
now.
I'm a witness to
Yeah,
this.
yeah. We're going right now. Where you at? Let's come. Let's come on. Let's meet right here. Let's
Man,
go.
we'll be on. We
I'm up
still talking
and I
about
and
nigga.
I hit you. I'm gonna take a picture of the location and I'm gonna hit you and say I'm right here waiting on you, bro. You got an
Yeah,
hour.
hey, I can
I'm right
vouch
here
for this.
waiting on you.
I can vouch for this. Rick is the
Please do.
coolest, laid back dude, but if you threaten him, that's when he's gonna cut you off. And when I said, I was trying to get him to squash it, just so happened they both didn't answer that day. But I don't think Rick would have went for it.
Nah.
Listen,
He went on
listen.
going back. He went on going back.
I
Rick.
understand. I listen. I remember I used to date this guy. And I don't know what happened, but he said that same thing. Like somebody threatened him, and he just hopped up. I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm about to go fight." Excuse me, you gotta go
Yeah.
fight. What do you mean? Because I think it's real funny when men do that. Like women, we we will argue just back and forth, like just talk shit. We really ain't gonna set it up immediately, but
No, we
men
gotta get over
typically
with. We
do.
gotta get over with.
Yeah,
We
because
gotta get
they be
over with.
Yeah.
cool afterwards. They be cool afterwards.
I
We gonna
told I
Yeah,
hold
told
yeah,
the
that
we gotta
story
get
in
grudge.
my
over with. Let's get this out the way.
hey,
Let's get this out the
I,
way.
I told my boy, I told the story at my boy's funeral. I said I had to be a speaker the other day, talking about how I wanted revenge. And like you was just saying a minute ago, that when the next day we get back on the phone, we about to go away. After I finna get revenge because he beat me up when I was 11 years old. I want revenge right now. But then I said, but we squashed it. And the next day, I'm laying next to my lady friend. She said, "Do you?" She said, "What was that about?" I said, "What was what about?" She said, y'all was up there arguing. I like nothing happened." I said, "Nothing did happen. This is what brothers do. We fight, siblings fight, we get over it."
Yeah,
Like I said with men,
yeah.
but y'all women hold grudges though. Y'all
Oh
women
yeah.
I
hold
do.
grudges.
I do hold a grudge,
And it be the
and
smallest thing. She could have came to my birthday dinner. She ain't come to my birthday dinner. Fuck
well,
her.
yeah, because why you didn't come? No,
Hey,
no, 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 no. The thing is, I
hey,
think for
that was a
women,
good
let me tell
reaction.
you
Quick
why
reaction.
it's
They said she
different.
didn't come to my
Cause
birthday.
y'all laughing, but let me tell
No,
you why
I'm
it's
laughing because that was
different.
quick what Rick said. And it was true. That nigga said that bitch didn't come to my birthday.
Nah, nah. Cause let me tell y'all why it's different from women. Because women typically give men chance after chance. Men can disrespect them. Men can cheat on them. Men can do a lot of things to them. And our friend, you cry to your friend. Oh, he did X, Y, and Z. He done took you to hell because
that
I. You see what I'm saying? So
that because we been putting that dick on them.
It solves
That
all.
Palooza gonna get her
Hey,
every time. That
when it
Palooza.
solves all. When it solves all.
and honestly, when we snap out of it, we realize the dick don't even be that good
But
anyway.
hey,
We just know that.
Yeah, I'm
why
gonna
you
make
ain't
you
pass it up
love
with
me,
all girl
baby.
though? Oh, well, we gotta go, I guess. But
Don't
Ivy,
buzz me.
why you pass it with all girl though?
Huh?
Why you ain't pass it with all girl though?
Who? My sister?
No, I'm just talking about in general. Why y'all don't patch it up that easy? Y'all supposed to be more forgiving than men.
Well, no, women typically aren't compared to
Women
how
are not more
men.
forgiving than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
men typically dap it up. They could literally have a fight and then dap it up right after the fight and go. All right, let's go get a
Yeah.
little beer or something.
Mm.
No, I'm holding that grudge. I do hold grudges. I hold them
Hey,
bitches. I
hey,
If you want peace, read the
hey,
Constitution. I don't care. There ain't no peace treaty. I don't
I'm good
care.
with him. One piece of really got. Hey, Rick. Hey,
Yeah.
just like hey. What you just said, man? They go on a girls trip, nigga. They come back. They ain't
Yep.
friends no more ever, nigga.
Ever.
They
Because they
go
know
on
that
some
girl that
trip.
they know that girl that went out there with $43 to her name and try
Mm,
to go out there and do all that party. No, she ain't had no
yeah,
damn money.
I
yeah.
hold grudges. Okay, I'm with it. I'm
Man, I
with
like
it.
that. At least you honest. Shit. Damn.
Avia's
Yeah,
hold
Maybe a
grudges.
little too
She
honest,
sure
but shit.
does. She sure does. I do. I
yeah.
hold a good grudge too.
I don't know any
I'll
woman who
forgive you
doesn't
when I'm
hold
ready.
grudges. I've never met a woman who didn't hold grudges.
Hey, man, brother. My mama holds grudges. I know who gets her siblings too.
Mine
Oh,
too.
yeah. Say, hey. Oh, she ain't gonna hear this shit anyway. It don't matter. But hey, I'm telling the truth.
Mm-mm. Well,
Yeah.
in honor of cutting people off, it is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday if she ever listens. But I'm not calling.
Happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday, sis. We love you.
You know what?
Y'all ain't
I
worth a
love that. Hey, you know
damn.
what? I love that because I know I ain't the only crazy one. Then, cause I'm like, fuck them. I'm glad I ain't
Shit.
the only one.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I am, and that's how I am with my own blood. You know, same mama, same daddy. That's just how we are. We
Hmm.
fell out, and you know, I don't ever see it getting back right because I just done tried too many times, and it's just yeah, we not gonna keep going through this because it's messing
We're
with my
gonna pick
mental
this
health
up.
now.
We're gonna talk this stuff. Because I'm hoping it's not who I think it is. Because I don't know you
Nah,
got
nah.
one sibling unless your daddy got some other offspring.
Nah. It ain't nobody. It ain't nobody that you know. It's an older sibling of
Oh,
mine.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an older sibling.
In
It's
other
an
words,
older
Oh,
don't
sibling.
you worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
geez,
can't.
I'm
I
I'll
with
get
can't
the
keep.
you.
bottom of this
I'm
shit.
not finna
I'll
go.
get the
I'm
bottom
not
of
finna
this
keep
shit.
going. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with this particular person because she's a woman. She's a female. So I'm not finna go back and forth all day
Okay,
with no
okay.
female. If you choose to do stupid stuff, we're not finna do that. Yeah, we're
Mhm.
not doing that. I do, like I said before, it's my brother. Me and him could just fight and get it over with. I'm gonna buy him a bill, and it's gonna be all good. But I can't do that with my sister, so it's best for me to just step away.
See, and I can't see myself ever being beefed out with my brother. That is my motherfucking dog. Like I can't. Like I fall out with everybody before I do with him. Like it's just something about my
Yeah,
brother. Like yeah, that's my motherfucking heart right there. Like I
it's
can't.
okay. I got another sister. I ain't tripping. Who I love dearly. Who me and her don't
Me
never beef.
too.
Me and
Oh,
her ain't never
me
beefed.
Hey, man. Hey, the real dog, they got that button again. Nigga, that buzz. They we having fun, man. Don't hit that damn buzz, man.
Yeah.
too.
Hey.
You said I got another sister. Me too. Shit, I'm with you. You know, I'm with you when you're right. Shit, I'm with you when
Yeah.
you're right.
Hey,
But yeah,
at
y'all, I
least you
think
be
we done
with
went
me
over
when
our
I'm wrong
time
too.
today.
We did. We
We went
did.
far over our time. I know we started a little bit late. I appreciate y'all for bearing with me. I'm out here in the boonies working. So I appreciate y'all bearing with me. My phone kept going in and out. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
Hey, real quick, too, though, y'all. Y'all know I lost my one of my big bros last week. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my
Condolences.
heart last week. That same day when it happened, when I found out about his passing, I appreciate y'all. That
No
Most
meant a lot.
definitely, most
problem.
definitely.
You got to get off my mind for a minute, you know. It's death.
Rest in
Yeah,
heaven to that. Rest in heaven to that young man.
yeah,
God bless him. Rest in heaven.
bro. Yeah, appreciate
Yes, sir.
y'all, bro. I really needed that for real. From the bottom of my heart, I needed that, bro.
Most, most
It's it.
definitely, most
Mm.
definitely. We a family. We a family.
I like to consider y'all not because the way y'all treat y'all family, which y'all just told me a minute ago, y'all don't give a fuck about it. Y'all don't give
Well,
a fuck about y'all family.
hey, you piss. I put it like this. That means it ain't nothing to cut you off. You piss me off good enough. So
uh,
you tread lightly then. Sure, if that's the case.
Hey, why you so
Why?
passionate? Why you want to fight too? You seem like you
no,
be
she
want to fight,
gangster.
dude.
You know, Ivy a G.
I got disability. I'm not. I can't fight right now.
Oh Lord, now she got disability. Oh
I
Lord.
do. I get paid for it.
Them-
Yeah, I
hey,
get disability.
hey, them people following her, dude. They taking pictures and everything.
They
She,
they
she,
probably
she, she
are.
filed
Shoot,
some
they
Well, the
goddamn
way
see a
false
bitch
report at
on.
work. She didn't
They
file
see
some
this.
goddamn false report at work.
False. It's true. But okay,
Don't,
you guys. Well,
don't,
I guess I'll
man.
see y'all next. We'll next week.
Yeah, we'll be more prepared. Yeah.
We will.
definitely, definitely, definitely. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate y'all for checking in with us. Thank y'all so much. Leave a comment of anything that we talked about today and let us know, and we'll definitely read it off in the next, next time we get up and talk.
Hey,
All
and
right.
to y'all too, that was a good freestyle. We
Bye,
went off
y'all.
the dome on that one.
Yeah,
Bye.
definitely, definitely. All right, y'all. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Peace. Be easy.